pitted Winston, a Staffordshire Terrier, against the Chattanooga Police Department. No one is exactly sure what Winston had against the police cruiser, but for an hour that afternoon, he dogged the car like the terrier he was.
An officer was sitting right here, working on a report, and he felt his car shaking. And when he walked around to the front, there was a pit bulldog that was chewing on his bumper.
The officer called for backup. Other patrol cars began to arrive with dash cams rolling. No one wanted to get out of the car to talk about the situation. Winston and the cruiser were involved in what became an epic battle royale.
He was ripping at the bumper pretty good and had it halfway ripped off at that time.
Good dog, good dog. Kill the car.
Officers were stumped. The pit bull seemed hell-bent on tearing up the bumper. They tried evasive maneuvers, but Winston
He's only
was
playing.
The officer was trying to get him to let
playing
go,
tug.
moving the vehicle back and forth, to let it go, but he wouldn't.
American Staffordshire Terriers are known for their powerful jaws. Officers had to try something else.
Another officer positioned the vehicle in front of his, just slightly, kind of tapped the dog to try to get it to let go, maybe scare it, but it didn't work. So the dog just kept ripping at the bumper. There were two other dogs there too, but it seems like they were just kind of standing by watching or, cheering him on or whatever.
Winston was determined to tear off that bumper. For 5 minutes, Winston continued his assault until finally, victory.
He eventually got the whole thing off. And all that was there was the bumper frame behind it. And then just started walking away with it in his mouth.
Good boy.
And when the car drove off, the dog dropped the bumper and then chased the patrol car.
Winston wasn't done. The officer was dumbfounded. Winston was still in hot pursuit. There were other cars around, but Winston had a bone to pick with that police car. The officer slowed down and tried to outmaneuver the dog, but eventually sped off into traffic with Winston trailing close behind. Half a mile down the road, the police regrouped in an effort to apprehend Winston once and for all. But Winston wasn't going to go down easy.
Well, the dog bit at the tire on the patrol car and latched onto it while the car was driving. He actually ended up flattening the tire. There were other civilian cars there. He actually tried to bite on them a little bit.
Officers shot Winston with a non-lethal taser, but the taser seemed to have little effect on the dog. And then Winston found out just what happens when you tangle with the cops and won't let go. The animal control officer takes you into custody.
He wasn't showing signs of aggression at that time. I think it was more of a fearful of all the people that were standing by around him.
God, the dog was playing, that's all.
Winston was detained at the McCamey Animal Center and deemed PDD, a potentially dangerous dog.
Aw, he's just playing, man. He's a good boy.
Karen Walsh is the executive director of the McCamey Animal Center.
I received a call from Officer Bennett that there was a dog that was attacking a police car. I had him repeat it twice because we've heard of dogs attacking people, but not dogs attacking cars.
Winston had not attacked or threatened any people, but he had attacked a police car. Never a good idea.
Nobody knew why he had damaged the vehicle the way that he did. After Winston had been here and settled in for a couple of days, we started to realize that what we were dealing with was a really sweet dog. So we requested from the police department the dash cam video. We actually watched ourselves, and that was when we realized that he was playing. And when we saw that, we were
Told you he was playing.
We had brought the potentially dangerous dog charges, but we didn't want to see Winston euthanized.
After hearing all of the evidence, the judge sentenced Winston to take a class in obedience and complete a canine good citizen test. In addition, he got 18 months probation.
Winston got through all of his classes just fine. I think he really enjoyed his classes.
The video of Winston versus the police car became an internet hit and made Winston an international star. Unfortunately, Winston did not get to bask in the glory of his newfound fame.
Winston had a heart condition, and so he passed away before his 18 months was up.
Oh.
In the end, Winston's reputation was redeemed. He may have been an outlaw, but he wasn't out to hurt anyone. Coming up,
See you,
another
Doc.
cop car